All right, so I got this guy here plugged in. See if it starts up and runs again.
Figure that out first. You got governor springs set up wrong. That thing's scary.
Plus, I don't want to blow it up.
Yeah.
All right, I got to figure that out. But we know it runs. I don't see power coming out of it, but that's enough to where I'll put the thing back together. Right? Right. All right, back to taking the intake manifold off. Well, I got to take the intake off anyway because I have to get those shrouds on there. Shrouds? Yeah, shrouds. Got it on there wrong? Could I have it on there wrong? Is that the problem? Oof. So took that rod, and then that spring pulls that, and then I hook this spring here, goes to there, right?
I don't know. Maybe
it
it
goes
doesn't.
somewhere else.
Doesn't seem right. Maybe it goes to the other side of that.
That's what's got us galloping, I think.
Yeah, it doesn't seem right at all, Dad.
No?
It's too bound up. It's scuffing against that. They wouldn't have done that from the factory, would
All
they?
right, that don't go there.
I would guess.
So where's that go?
Good question. You left this right like this?
You're right,
So
Dad.
this has never left that?
No, that's right where that was. And I popped this off
Uh-huh. Well, let's
like that,
investigate it.
so I can get this off like this.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. See, this seems more natural, like it would be up.
It's the only hole I could find, Con.
Yeah.
See? Maybe it's supposed to be on the bottom side. Look, there's a hole.
There's a hole. See?
That's
And that
it.
puts it on the opposite side of the
That's
swing.
it. That puts it there.
Yeah, so you were on the wrong side.
Rats!
That's
Hope I didn't blow this thing up and ruin it.
well, hopefully not.
I had it in this hole. Supposed to be in that little teeny hole right there.
Makes a lot more sense. So
Okay.
pretty much your governor was pulling it wide open.
Kinda.
It's like the opposite of what you wanted to do.
That's the opposite of what I wanted to do? Okay.
It's more like, what kind of governor? Very laissez-faire governor there.
Which ain't good. But hopefully it survived it. If it survived it, it should hold together. Right? Didn't puke yet. Or did it? Wow. I'm going to put it together and see what happens. All right, so I had the generator running. We're not getting any power. And I got on YouTube. Right, Connor?
Yeah.
And we learned about field flashing. So we're going to fire this thing up and see if Connor doesn't grind his hand off by field flashing it.
Field flashing.
Are you ready, Connor?
I am more than ready.
I'm out here at my barn today. Got part 2 of that Generac generator today. So last one, part 1 was getting it running. Will it run? We know it does. So part 2 is, will it charge? Now I found a smoking gun and I'll show you it right now. Smoking gun number 1, brushes, and this one's burned off. You can see how you can tell by looking at it, it's like chipped off. It's been arcing. So it was easy to get a new brush. I went down and saw a Regenerator, our local Generac dealer, and he gave me a new brush, which I got here in the bag. So putting that in is going to be easy. Here's the problem. Okay, I'm working on the generator, and I've got this mirror set up so I can see it. The brush sits down and under here, and it rides on rings that conduct the electricity to the windings to make the electric. Okay, so as usual, there's a bit of a dilemma. I can't get in this good enough to clean it. And honestly, I don't think it's going to be cleanable. I think it's going to have to go on a lathe and get turned. So I'm going to take this part off, get in there to where I can see it better. Then I'll give it another try cleaning, maybe with some light sandpaper. Never emery cloth, it falls apart too easy. But some light sandpaper. If I can't clean it up, I'm going to have to pull the armature out. Okay, so to get this part off, the rubber mounts down here I have to get rid of. The muffler's in the way. That's okay, I'm going to take, so I got to take the exhaust system off. I'll take it off with the manifold bolts again. There's 4 bolts all the way around this guy, and then I'll pop that off, and then from there I'll be able to see what's going on. I do like these power tools. Kind of jumped the gun by putting this all together already. Okay, so I yanked the exhaust system off. That was pretty easy. Just 4 Allen screws. I just tipped the thing up on its nose a little bit so I can get to it easier. And I got to get rid of these bolts underneath here, these nuts. So far, this has all been pretty easy to take off. That was pretty easy. And it looks like it's going to rock enough to where I'll be able to pull that up and out of the way. These rubber mounts are very rubbery. All right, so I can take these off. I think I don't only need one extension. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there's a ground screw there. I have to go get a 10mm. Dang it, I never have all the tools I need. Okay, I just bungeed that out of the way. Bungee straps sure do come in handy. We got the nice shiny one here, and we got the rough one. But that feels pretty smooth through there, but it does feel rough down along here. And I'm just gonna have to see if I can clean it up and get it smooth. I don't even care if it's shiny bright, because I don't think that'll make much difference. As long as I get it smooth so the brush doesn't wear right out. Well, hot diggity. A couple seconds with the Scotch-Brite pad. Just give it a little work like this. And by golly, that's clean as a whistle and smooth. That's where I didn't clean yet, and that's where I did. And it's polishing up clean as a whistle. So I'm gonna clean up both of those. Make sure they're nice and clean. Throw this thing back together and see if we get power. That'd be awesome. Well, that's a little bit of a tough spot there. A little bit harder to clean. That's the one I might have to use a little sandpaper on, but it looks like it is cleaning up. He did say, whatever you do, don't use emery. Yep, still got a little bit of something going on there. I really got to get her perfectly clean, otherwise it's just going to burn up again. We don't want that. Well, just keep working it. Okay, so I've been scrubbing on it with this red Scotch-Brite, but I still got a hazy area where it looks like it's burned in a little bit. So I'm going to hit it with some 320 grit sandpaper. I cut off a little strip of it and I put it here somewhere. What did I do with it? Oh, there it is. So I got a little strip of that sandpaper. I'm going to try scrubbing it up with that. Let's see what happens. Well, I feel a lot of resistance. It's really some of the copper on the, it must be a high and a low spot. So if I take this thing out of round, it'll probably screw things up too. So I don't want to do that. I'll move on to newer paper. Oh, by golly, I think that's going to work. I am a very popular guy today, and my phone's ringing again. Better see who it is. Well, I just scrubbed up the whole thing with the Scotch-Brite pad. First I used a little 320 on this rough one. I think I got it decent enough. I see a little line there, but I cannot feel it at all. So I'm thinking it's going to be working for me. I think it's going to be good enough. So I'm going to use a little compressed air, blow it off, and put the thing back together, and we'll see if it runs. Yeah, see all that junk with it? Wow, blew away some dust there. I can turn this over. That little line's still there. On this side, it's gone. I think we'll be okay. Wow, I was at war trying to put this thing on here for a minute. The brushes go right here. They mount to that, and they slide up in there and hit those rings. So the negative goes to the back. These are labeled negative and positive. I just slide it in there just like that. Got it in there pretty decent. My fingers are getting big and clunky or something. I don't know. They don't work like they used to, I gotta tell you. Okay, here we go. Push that up in there. And look, this bar is right in my way for screwing it in. I don't remember that taking them out. I got the one in there pretty good. Now I'll put the second one in. A little bit of spring action going on, and that kind of tends to horse you a little bit when you're doing this kind of stuff. You know, you got to fight a spring while you're doing it. All right, I think I got that one started and it's going in. Okay. Thought while I was here, I might as well take the time to go ahead and weld up the exhaust manifold bracket. The bolt's right here. I did get some decent weld on it, but you know, the original cracked. The vibration is going to crack it again. But maybe I'll get some time out of it before it cracks, and it'll help hold things together. And you got a gas leak. I don't know what that's leaking from. I got to figure this one out. Jeepers creepers. Dumping gas all over the floor. Oh, it's a split in that hose. Well, I'll have to reach up in there and get that off of there. A little split in that hose, that's all it took. Probably did that putting it on, but it had to be weak, so looks like I'm going to buy more hose. Finally, and I got my fuel line hooked up. I got a new filter on there and everything. Let's see what it does. I'm going to drop the thing down. Let's see if gas flows through the filter. Ooh, there it goes. Oh yeah, gas is flowing. Got to hook up a battery, crank it over and see if we got power. Okay guys, moment of truth here. So if this thing fires up and actually runs this Sawzall, I'll probably break down and buy a battery. Let's see what happens. Whoa, wow, that is great. Okay, now the ugly part. Okay, I probably got 12 hours wrapped up in this thing. I mean, between everything I did, between getting the parts, doing everything. But even with the hours it's got, but if it runs, if I get, I don't know how many hours I'll get, how many hours do I need it? You know, that's the big guessing game with generators. But around here lately, with all the dead ash trees, they don't clear the power lines. We're gonna have more power outages. And this is 10,000 watts. The one I have down there now is 7,000 watts. And it was on the hairy edge of always flickering and faulting out and all that. So I can run the cooler, I can run warmers, I can run all that stuff. Actually, I could do even more if I could hook up both of them, you know? Hook one to one panel box, one to the other. Don't know if I'm gonna go through that because I think the one will work. We'll see what happens. I might go down and just have a test run sometime. Hey guys, thanks for watching that video. Like, share, subscribe. Really glad I got that thing running. Probably got too much time wrapped up in it, but whatever. It doesn't matter. At least I feel like a hero now because I got it running. Thanks again. See you on the next one.